What's going on, everybody? It's Chase with Semi Pros Garage, and we are back out at our airport no prep, and we're gonna totally redeem ourselves, hopefully. So, got the setup out here. Little windy, so I don't know how much you're actually gonna pick up in the mic. But we're out here. We're gonna be testing all day. Try to make some amends and get some better results than we did the last time we were out here. So I changed all the suspension settings back to what it was when the car would basically go on the bumper. That was a better starting point than just annihilating the tire the way that we did the last time we were out here. So hopefully we can make some progress. This first pass is going to be like, I don't know. If it goes to 650, I'll be happy. So we're going to do that and then go from there. And we'll just start chipping away at it, get some good footage for you guys. So here we go. Alright, so the first pass went pretty well. I wanted to try to do a 650 to get a baseline, and it went a 620. So it still spun a little bit. So what I did is I actually didn't touch the tune-up at all, and I've made some suspension adjustments to do what I think is going to make it better. So if the spin gets worse, I'll go back the other way with the suspension settings. If it gets better, then I'm going to leave the tune-up the same again, and we'll go from there. So this pass is tune-up's the same. The only thing I've changed is some suspension stuff, and hopefully we'll be able to start, like, if it sticks, then I know that I can start adding power, and then calculate that the more power I add, the harder it's going to hit the suspension. So then we'll be going in the right direction. We're getting ready to make our second lick now and get some data. So here we go. So we're getting ready to make our fourth, I think, pass of the day. One of them we didn't film, but each pass has been getting better and better. We started, I think the first run, it didn't make more than like 14 pounds. And I just, like I said, wanted to start from scratch, get a really good baseline. It spun a little bit first pass, spun a little bit second pass. Third pass was didn't spin at all. Had a pretty good 60 foot. And I'm going to go from there. So everything after about 2 seconds, I'll be able to bring it in a little bit faster. And then I've upped from the original, we went 14 pounds for 2 runs. Then we went 16 or 17 pounds. Now we're getting ready to do 19. And I'm just upping the boost ramp. Like, I'm not touching the boost ramp. I'm leaving that alone. The way that everything's coming in looks pretty good. It's not going crazy fast, but it's not spinning and it's not doing, monster wheelies or anything like that. So we're definitely making steps in the right direction. I'm getting ready to get suited here in the car and get ready to go for our, like I said, I think it's the fourth or fifth pass of the day. We're basically doing like a pass every hour, getting the car cooled down, looking at data, looking at the video and the log and, everything we can look at. So picking up a 10th like every pass. So I'm happy with the progress. I'm going to go ahead and get suited now. So here we go. So I think we're on our 6th pass now, 6th or 7th, because I haven't done a play-by-play on every single pass. We're chipping away at it. The boost ramp's been staying the same, and I've been having an issue with the car popping out the back, and I initially thought that it was due to the I guess anything over about 24 pounds, 23, 24 pounds, it was popping. So we thought that was due to just the not having accurate boost numbers from the dyno when it was spinning. And the more and more I look at the data logs, it's because it's actually losing RPM sync. So I have a resistor on my crank sensor for my ECU in order to have the proper signal for the 58X motor. I got down and started messing with that resistor and wiggled it around and made sure that it was between the 2 terminals on the crank sensor the way it needed to be. And this last pass was 23 pounds and it didn't pop. So we didn't lose RPM signal. Now I'm going to do a little bit more boost and I'm just going to leave the ramp alone, and just that way, because I like the way that the car's bringing everything in. Very consistent 60 foot. It's been the same the last like 3-4 passes in a row. It's very competitive for the surface, so I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave basically everything from 0 to 2 seconds alone, and everything after that, I might start adding a little bit more, but we're just going to continue to up the boost. So, like I said, I think it's like the 6th or 7th pass. And then also, too, I'm going to have to start thinking that it's starting to cool off, so the same tune-up is going to pick up, a little bit more power and more mile an hour because it's starting to get cooler outside. So I also have to take that into account. So here we go. Keep chipping away at it, guys. We are very happy the way everything turned out yesterday. We were able to go out there and, redeem ourselves and make amends with everything that went down on our first event of the year, where we, went out and made a fool of ourselves. And I've been thinking about that ever since. So, we wanted to go up, a week or two ago and get some more data on that surface. Because of inclement weather, we weren't able to do that, so we made it happen, this weekend, and I think we were better off that way than to try to rush it and worry about trying to beat the rain. Last weekend, we were able to spend all day up there, and that's really what ended up helping us the most, was being able to make basically a pass an hour and get some data when the weather changed and when the sun went down, and obviously the cooler temps, the car picked up some power, and I'm very happy with the way everything went down. I ended up running some numbers that are going to be very competitive for that surface. I don't think that's anything that I'm gonna have to worry about going out first round or anything like that anymore. Can always run the risk of drawing a killer up there, and then we'll just see how the cards fall. But it was a very good day, because we weren't. I didn't care about going super fast. I didn't want to set the world on fire or anything like that, or run any personal best times or any of that stuff. I had a set up bar, and it was the standard going out was just make the car go down without spinning or wheeling or doing anything crazy. So we were able to do that. The first pass, the first maybe 2 passes, there was a little bit of, you could hear it spinning the tire to probably, I would say, maybe 80 to 100 foot. Once we were able to tame that down and, knock all the wheel speed out of it, it picked up mile an hour, went faster and everything. The slower that we were making it, the faster it was going. So I basically ended up having to turn it down so far and make it what I thought would be a dud, and take gobs of power out of it, and it ended up being exactly what it needed. That surface, on that day at that temperature, it was tricky to like 200 foot, where you can start adding in your power once you've already made it down. Past that is all, that's the easy part. So you know, it was getting to 200 foot. That's what I was trying to work on the whole time, was just getting it there, and then everything after that was easy work. So we were able to do that, able to run some pretty good 330, pretty good 60 foot, and some good 330 times, and then we can just, once the sun went down, you know, it was just a little bit harder out there with just me and my wife, and you know, she's the one that pours my prep and lines me up in videos and everything, and it's just a lot to do once the sun goes down. So we would have liked to to have gotten more data, especially when a lot of the events that when we go up there, we're racing, you know, long into the night, sometimes into the morning hours. So it's always good to get that data when the sun goes down and the temperature drops and the surface changes and everything. But I 100% believe it would have just kept going faster once I got the boost ramp and everything down that I needed, and it was progressing in exactly how I wanted it to, and I basically kept the ramp the same and just added a little bit more peak boost after, you know, like 3-4 seconds. So I'm very happy with what we did. We kept the bar low and we were able to hit that mark, and like I said, it was, you know, nothing crazy. There's going to be a lot more progress to be made. So we definitely got data that we can use for the first couple rounds that I feel very good about, and that was the main thing. I'm not going to go out there and run the fastest time on that surface probably ever. I don't know enough about it to be able to do that. So I did what I could while I was there with what I knew and the amount of time that I had, and I'm very happy with the way that things turned out. So thank you guys again for all the support, and hopefully you guys, you know, can see all the big things we're getting ready to do in the near future with the build. We'll probably have some changes coming up here soon that I'll be able to put on the channel and on the page for you guys. So just stay tuned. There's more to come. Thank you for all the support again. Like and subscribe, guys. See you.